Here's a forecast briefing for a potential severe weather and hazardous weather event coming up on Tuesday into Tuesday night. Right now, we're urging people to remain weather aware as we have risks for enhanced severe weather into the Tuesday into Tuesday night time frame and gusty strong winds on Tuesday night into early Wednesday. Breaking down the severe weather risk, the highest probabilities right now are over central Missouri up into northern Missouri, as well as south central Missouri down into Arkansas. Those are the red areas on the map. There's the highest risk for severe weather at a level of 3 out of 5 on our severe weather index. And you look at the yellow areas, which cover the rest of the southeast Kansas into the Missouri Ozarks forecast area, and that is a level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather risk. You can see that black hatching covering the entire area, which represents potential for a significant severe weather event. Significant in our terms means hail over 2 inches, winds over 75 miles per hour, and or significant tornadoes with the thunderstorms moving through. You need to monitor for future updates as these probabilities will likely shift over the next couple of days as we refine this forecast. There's still some unknowns. Looking at the most likely timing, we're looking at most likely in the evening hours into the early morning hours on Wednesday. As thunderstorm potential moves in from the west and goes to the east, it's going to be earlier over the western areas such as Joplin or southeast Kansas, and later towards the eastern parts of our forecast area, which are areas from Rolla down into the West Plains area. Let's talk about confidence levels and possible scenarios. We have fairly low confidence still on the exact timing. Models are showing some variety of timings, so expect the timing potential to move back or forward by several hours. Like I said, right now we're looking at greatest confidence in kind of the Tuesday evening into Tuesday night time frame. But again, we need to be thinking about possibilities of that being earlier or later. Severe weather hazards, we're still at about a medium confidence there. There's a lot of things that have to come together to get that to work out and to figure out what those exact hazards are going to be. And so we will be monitoring those over the next couple of days. Looking at the severe weather scenarios, we're kind of looking at maybe a couple different scenarios. It's potential that we could get supercell development out ahead of a dry line on Tuesday evening. If this occurs, supercells are capable of producing all forms of severe weather, including tornadoes. If this occurs, significant severe thunderstorms could occur with this scenario. Scenario number 2 is that severe thunderstorms wait a little bit later and move in as a line of thunderstorms that are known as a squall line. The significant severe potential could be slightly less with this scenario, as lines of thunderstorms typically don't produce that higher end, very, very large hail, strong tornado risk, but we could still be looking at maybe a weaker tornado, smaller hail, and significant wind risk. So there's still some things we got to figure out, some different scenarios, and we urge you to stay tuned over the next couple of days. Looking at our non-thunderstorm wind risk, just our general thunderstorms with our general winds without any thunderstorms developing, we're fairly confident that we're going to be seeing some potential for wind gusts over 45 miles per hour. We've been seeing strong winds the last few days, so it's kind of more of the same with that, and you kind of know what to expect. Let's look at from a safety side. Let's think about planning. We're still, 3 days out from the event here on Sunday evening as this is being recorded. And so we want to make sure we have some emergency supplies around, know our safe places, have a communication plan, general safety practices that you want to start thinking about and have around all year round here in the Ozarks, since we can see severe weather any time of year here. Now, tomorrow, Monday, we're going to be the day before the severe weather event. This is where you start deciding if you need to adjust any plans depending on where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing. Making sure you have ways to receive warnings, including wireless emergency alerts that you get on your cell phone if we issue higher end severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings. You can Google how to program your phone for wireless emergency alerts to get to make sure that you have those enabled on your phones. And then also make sure your shelter is ready. Make sure it's clean and accessible and ready to go. And then day of, that's when it's coming down to making sure everything's ready. It's a little bit late to be doing some of the preparations, and so that's when you get to practice things. And then I wanted to talk particularly about what happens when storms strike after dark. It's looking like this will be an evening into the overnight time frame event. And whenever things are happening overnight, when you're sleeping, you need to make sure, especially if we have that higher end scenario with the significant severe weather play out, you need to make sure that you have ways to receive warnings that will actually wake you up at night. Certainly, there are some weather apps that will do that. Weather radios as well is a great option. And so just make sure you have some good ways to receive warnings that'll get you out of bed and get you awake in the middle of the night if you need to. And again, this is recorded on Sunday evening. Expect more updates over the next couple of days, and stay tuned to our website at weather.gov/Springfield or social media pages. Thank you.